You know how they say family is supposed to be your safe place? The people who lift you when the world tries to crush you? I thought that too, until the day my parents and my sister celebrated my little boy's death sentence at Thanksgiving dinner. This isn't just a story, it's a piece of my heart, and I'm here to share it with you. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like this video if you feel something, and leave a comment. Your thoughts matter more than you know. Now, let me take you back to where it all began. Thanksgiving has always been bittersweet for me. Even as a kid, while others talked about warm kitchens, laughter, and full tables, our house felt different. The smiles were there, but they were tight, stretched like rubber bands. The laughter always had an edge. And love? It was something we performed for neighbors, not something we truly lived. Still, when I grew up and had a family of my own, I wanted to believe that blood could somehow become thicker, stronger. I thought that if I showed up year after year, if I forgave the little things, maybe, just maybe, we could find our way back to each other. But hope is a dangerous thing. My son, my beautiful, funny, stubborn little boy, had been sick for a while. We kept telling the doctors something wasn't right. They said it was nothing, growing pains, a little virus. And then one day, it wasn't nothing anymore. The words are seared into my brain. Stage 4, terminal, limited time. I remember sitting there, clutching the arms of the plastic hospital chair, feeling like the floor had given out beneath me. Everything blurred except for my son's tiny fingers tangled in my shirt and the sound of my heart breaking in my chest. I was drowning, but still, I thought, this is when family shows up. This is when all the petty things fall away and the real raw love comes through. I was wrong. Against my better judgment, I accepted the invitation to Thanksgiving. Maybe it was stubbornness. Maybe it was some naive little voice in my head whispering, this time will be different. I packed up my son's medications, his special snacks, his little travel pillow. I told myself, you're doing the right thing. Family first. When we arrived, everything looked normal, too normal. Turkey roasting, laughter bubbling from the kitchen, my sister waving like she hadn't been ignoring my calls for months. But under the surface, there was a crackle, something sharp in the air, like a storm about to break. We sat around the table, plates piled high. The prayer was said, heads were bowed, and for a moment, I almost allowed myself to believe. Maybe today there's grace. Maybe today there's love. I went to help my son settle at the kids' table. When I came back, I heard them. Not whispers, not murmurs. Full open laughter. I froze in the doorway. And now, my sister cackled, we won't have to deal with him much longer. My mother chimed in, not even trying to lower her voice. God knows that kid was nothing but trouble. And then my father. Maybe now she can finally get her life back together. I stood there, invisible in a room full of people who were supposed to love me, who were supposed to love him. My son, my innocent, sweet, brave boy, reduced to an inconvenience they were grateful to be rid of. At Thanksgiving, at a table supposedly meant for gratitude. It's hard to explain what that moment felt like. Imagine standing in a burning house screaming for help, but the people who built the fire are toasting marshmallows in front of you. My knees buckled. I gripped the back of a chair to stay upright. The room spun, but I saw them clearly, faces shining with relief, not grief. And right then, something inside me snapped. I wasn't going to be the good daughter anymore, the good sister, the one who smiled and forgave and made excuses. Not when it cost my son his dignity, not when it cost me my soul. I didn't make a scene. I didn't throw the mashed potatoes at the wall. I didn't scream or cry. I quietly walked over, picked up my son, who was playing with his trucks in the corner, and I left. No goodbyes, no explanations, because you don't owe explanations to people who cheer for your pain. I strapped him into his car seat, kissed his forehead, and whispered, I'm sorry, baby. I'm so sorry I brought us here. He smiled, sleepy and trusting, and my heart shattered all over again. We didn't go back, not for Christmas, not for birthdays, not for anything. When my son's time came, it was just me and him, the way it always should have been. I held his hand through every nightmare, every needle, every sleepless night. I whispered stories in his ear, brushed back his hair, and told him every single day that he was loved, cherished, wanted. And when he left this world, he left knowing he was the best thing that ever happened to me. Family isn't who shares your blood. Family is who shows up. Family is who sits with you in the dark and holds your hand, even when there's nothing they can fix. I learned that sometimes protecting your peace and the people you love means burning bridges you once would have died to cross. And you know what? I don't regret it. Not for a second. If you're out there feeling guilty for walking away from people who were supposed to love you better, hear me. You are not wrong for choosing your peace. You are not wrong for protecting your heart. And you are not wrong for saying enough, even to your own family. Thank you for being here, for listening to my story. It wasn't easy to tell, but maybe it was meant to reach someone who needed to hear it today. If you found a piece of yourself in this, please hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, and leave a comment. Tell me your story if you feel safe to do so. I read every word and I carry them with me. You are not alone. Not today. Not ever.